Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my beginner's guide to mixed media. And this is week 3, class 9 in the series. I keep messing that up. It's not that I messed it up, I have to think about it because I'm filming them in advance and in a series together. Like while one's drying, I'm working on another one, so. But you guys know that usually when I'm doing mixed media, I do my mixed media layouts in batches because drying time kills me, so I have to keep doing something else. And you know, I've been playing with mixed media all day today, and it's everywhere. So today, this is going to round out our series on texture paste, and for a switch up, I'm actually going to match everything to my picture. This is my son's first day of school. Not real sure which one. He's wearing a uniform and he's still taking wipies to school. So this is probably second or third grade. He was so tan. Look how tan he was. Look how cute he was. All right, anyway. So because it's red, we're going to go with a red background. So I'm going to do mixed media on a colored background. And we're going to use stencils again. Now, I figured I'd switch it up and show you guys not a 12 by 12 stencil. So this, I believe, is a 6 by 6. Yeah, this is a 6. These are both 6 by 6 stencils, and I want to say they are from Stampin' Up. So they're eons old, and yeah. So this one's a little trickster, okay, because there's so many lines in it that you really have to be careful. Otherwise, you're going to go right underneath that sucker. And then just some polka dots. So we're going to focus on Heidi Swap Color Shine and the Brie Rees modeling paste, texture paste. So there's different kinds there. It's all the same to me. So this, you can usually find the Brie Rees at Tuesday morning. I also found these at Tuesday morning. So disclosure, I have not opened these two in a while. This one was not too long ago, and it doesn't have my press and seal on it because I ripped it and never put it back on. But I had a whole bunch of these, and like I was telling you in yesterday's video, if you're not going to use them, don't buy them. Buy one at buy one. I did get them for like $1.99 or something like that at Tuesday morning, so it wasn't a big investment. But when I went to do my swatch book, I had to throw 4 of them away because they were solid as a rock in there. Like I cried. And since then I've had to throw 3 more away. When I tried to use them, I was able to squeeze some of my black Heidi Swap into the black one that I had of this and kind of get some of the gritty mixture up and used it in a layout. And when I was done, I just threw the whole thing away because I didn't feel like going through that again. So not even sure I'm going to use the gold today. I might try to I am going to definitely use this one. I know it's pink and it's magenta, but when it goes on the red, I'm hoping it'll look okay. So these are what we're playing with today. So you will see here is my swatches of these, and this is the black one that I scraped together. And this is a very gritty. So was the white, but the white was completely dried and solid as a rock. The blue was the same way. I had a couple teals and some oranges and some yellows, and when I created my little swatch book here, those didn't even get to be in here. So this is the texture paste. So it is very gritty, very rough, very fun, like sand-like. And then these are what they're calling their modeling paste. So this one has some shimmer. This one just goes on flat. So those are in those containers. And now the Heidi Swap texture paste, they come in these cute little tubes, which I find they don't dry up because I have had these since 2018. Yeah. This one since August of 2018, and these two since October of 2018, and they are still just as fabulous as they were the day I bought them. I wouldn't lie, I would buy more of these if I didn't have all these other products. So I only have the 3, and as you can see, they are gorgeous. And I am thinking about expanding this collection here. So just so you know, I have the hot pink, which obviously is not going to get used today. I have silver and black, and I'm going to use both of these. So we're going to show you, and that is going to rounds out the section there of the glazes and paste. All right, so let's just open this guy up and see how he's doing here in life, right? Lots of press and sew on that one. Oh, that's a shame. Hold on. See how it's oh, that's so sad. But I knew that was probably going to happen. I probably could bring this back to life, so but like I told you, see if you're not going to use it. But I have had this since 2016, you guys, so and that's got a lot of grit in it. I do like it. I think this is still going to be good. Yep, I'm going to be able to use, I'm going to actually probably try to use this up today. Okay, so we know we're not using the pink, so we can put that away. And we're going to get started. I am not going to adjust the page because you don't need to. All right, so we are going to focus today. Now these I'm going to have to let dry in between layers, just so you know. And I used glitter glaze, so there's going to be a little bit of red glitter. So I'm just going to take some of this that I can get, and I'm going to turn, I know I could have just turned the stencil, right? Move that stencil. All right. So I'm just going to, and this is, I don't want it to be perfect. We're just going to messily get it down. I need to pull this. See, like, it's going, it's starting to dry up. So. And that's what happened with the black. So just kind of keep going. My son's coming out, so he might talk. Hopefully he got the memo to be quiet as he's walking through the house. And he did. He's a good boy. So we're just putting some messy lines down here. Oh, I lost my rag. Okay. So that's layer 1. Ta-da! And I want it to be messy like that. Now I am going to let it dry, and we are going to come back and we are going to do another layer, and I don't know if I'll move the stencil. We'll figure that out when we get there. So we're going to let this dry, and I'll be back. All right, we're dry on layer 1. So there are a lot more layers that are going to go into this one. So I am again going to grab this guy, and now I want to kind of expand on it. But I don't want to go over the gold. So I'm going to take the same stencil, and you see, like, okay, that's where it's supposed to go. So if you just, I need to flip it. All right, so I can kind of see I got it covered. So now I can expand on it just a smidge, and we're going to use the Breeze in magenta. Now I know it is kind of a pink, but it's going on red, so I think it's going to be okay. And we are a little dry. Do you guys see this? Like, unfortunately, this will be the last attempt at using this stuff. Oh, I mean, it's going to come out, but it's not going to be pretty at all. It's going to not be pretty. But I'm just going to add it in little bits here and there. But then again, I have had these, honestly, I mean, it is going on pretty smooth, but it's on its final leg, because it's not supposed to be, once I dig deeper in there, it looks like it's coming out, but so we are going to use a lot of this on this layout, and that is solely because I don't think that it's going to be around for another use, just the way it's drying. Now, the further I get down, the better it's looking to get, but that's because, you know, the dry stuff's on the top, right? All right. So this is actually the very next weekend from the first portion of this video, because I had worked all day on the videos and I had completed some, and so you may notice, I don't know if I have on a different sweatshirt or not. I tend to always kind of wear the same sweatshirts in my craft room, because you guys are messy. Like, yeah, I don't wear nice clothes in here. I actually even have an apron that I like should wear but don't. So that being said, then we are going to all right, so now we want to pull that up. And believe it or not, I want to try to get this in here without very carefully, very carefully. I cannot, oh man, I lined it up perfectly too. Ooh, ooh. It's all right, it's texture. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Might look a little funky, but the picture's pretty much going in this area as well. So I'm okay with it. I just really want to make sure that I use up what I can of this. And as you see, it's getting harder and harder to pull out. So sad day, but I did get to use it one last time before. But I had bought these years ago, and I thought then that I would potentially get into the mixed media, and I never did. So they've been sitting around, and now that I'm like seriously into mixed media, yep, those are the prices that we pay. All right, so we are going to peel this up a little bit off of that. Okay. And I know it's really messy right there, but when I trim this photo down, it's going to sit right there in that general vicinity. So we are gonna let this dry. And like, I guess I'm trying not to get this all over the place. But I'm gonna have my photo like this, okay? So a little bit of that is gonna stick out, but I will have embellishments right there. So I will cover this little opportunity for embellishment up. Yeah, all right, so I'm gonna go wash this. We'll let this dry and we'll come back and we'll do the next layer. All right, so it's all dry and all like way lump and bumpy. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing there. Maybe not. So yes, we do have the little faux pas that I did. But like I said, my idea is to put the picture right about here, so he's kind of like running into it. And I'm going to take the mixed media. I'm actually going to use this sheet right there. But my idea is he's going to be here, and I want this mixed media to explode up that way and then down this way. And that is how we're going to do that. So we're going to Right there is good. And we're gonna do a mixture of both the black and the silver. I'm gonna turn it this way because I'm just gonna like, just kind of do a rough little trial here. And this stuff I just squeeze on just like that, just a couple bits here and there. And because we've got the texture paste on the one side already, it's gonna make it a little bit harder to get good coverage. We're gonna take the black, kind of pop it in and around. Just kind of ever so slightly mixing it. So we've got it there. I did miss a spot here, but that's okay. And we want this one right about there. And a little more black. And then we'll have to let this dry again. Like this was like the longest one because of the weird drying time. And yes, that did squirt out on the outside, but it's supposed to be messy. The whole point of this layout was all messy. So this right here, it's gonna sit right about there. It'll be fabulous. So we're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna go clean this up and we'll come back and see what else we can add to this. Okay, so this is completely dry and looking kind of different, very textured. Had a little bit of seepage on the dots, but maybe, you know, I like it. It's not my favorite layout, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I do want to mention that the magenta just looks real deep red, so that's good. So now we're gonna embellish this and try to make this a background. So first, I want to reveal my picture to you all. Might be able to use that. I still have a whole collection. I do keep it together until so I'm feeling that. What do we got going on over here? Let's just do that again. Whoa, that does not have a lot of that, apparently. Now you guys know when I do have the big collection kit, I do save scraps like these, okay? Now if I was just had a single page kit and I was done making the page, these would go into my recycling bin. But since I still have the whole kit, I will keep it and I will continue to use it. And when I finally have no more pages where I can make a 12 by 12, then I will get rid of all the smaller scraps, put all the embellishments where they need to go. And yeah, we'll just de-kit it and put it all in the stash, right? All right. So we're gonna get that one stuck down. I want to get this one stuck down. And then we're gonna flip it over, and I wasn't so worried about it being like perfectly straight because, you know, it's fine. I'm going to trim off the excess. So, yeah, I know. I lost my train of thought, you guys. So this is week 3, video 9. I've been doing them all together with my project cart, so I've been getting ahead on them. So yeah, what have you guys thought? What did you guys think of this series so far? What did you think of this week's classes? Did you like playing with the texture paste? I hope you did go and check out Scrappy Amy for yesterday. She had a video. And I hope you caught her on the scraphappy.org site where she was teaching all about layering. I know I had one of you lovely ladies ask me about layering. And as I don't really know, I know there's principles and properties, but Amy is like super fabulous at that. So yeah. All right, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go grab a piece of cardstock to go with this. I'll be right back. This was apparently the only kit that I did not put my 8.5 by 11 cardstock in, and I'm just trying to work my way through getting all of this cardstock out of my scrap room because I have tons of it. I used to be a card maker, we all know this. So in order to remind myself to use this, because it's like so far behind me, no, I'm just lazy. I have a bin that sits, it either sits at the top of my calyx unit or on the floor next to my desk, and I just roll over there, and when I'm working I put it down and I just flip through, and it's got all the kits that I want to work with that are like fairly new to my room, or just like complete kits, like has the embellishments and all the fun stuff, not just the paper packs that have the 12 by 12 sheets and then the sticker sheet. I've got, it's the kits that are like everything. The paper pack ones I use primarily for like, I know, I believe it's Christy's Beautiful Life for 30 days of sketches. I will put page kits together and I will pull from them. And then I will pull from my stash for embellishments. And that's how I go through my stuff. I'm gonna tell you, when I made those page kits for January's, was it January? No, January was using your scraps, like baby got scraps. February, whenever she did her last series. I don't remember. Why don't I remember, you guys? So much. It's not even that long ago. It was March. Wow. The March 30 days of sketches. I went and put page kits together. I put page kits together for the January and for March, and I will have page kits for June. But yeah, I go through my stash of embellishments and get those used up, because those are like the random little items that I bring into my room when I buy like just some embellishments and I don't have any like paper or anything that goes with it. Yeah, that's when I get those used up, which kind of works for me. You know, for the rest of the series and stuff, I use collections. But yeah, I put my page kits together and I get stuff used up so that when I kill these kits off, like I did with the 2 Cocoa Vanilla recently, the Daydream and the Legendary. So those items just got put back into my stash. Right now they're still sitting in a bin waiting to go into my stash. But I will grab that bin first if I don't have them already stashed out. All right. So we got that. And I want to use the big tree house. Although, oh, no, don't do it, Becky. I was going to say, although we're going to Disney World and they have the, you know, Swiss Family Robinson. So I like that. So we're just going to wash the tape this right here. See, that's my hard part. Okay, you guys, like, I know that there are certain things coming up and I'm like, oh, I need to say that, but let's just be honest. I'm going to forget I have the treehouse by the time it comes to scrapbook, us going through Swiss Family Robinson, and my family may mutiny, and, you know, I might be walking a plank at some point because, you know, we got a 19-year-old, an almost 16-year-old. My fiance needs to be like, you know, a 19-year-old, you know, man-child. So they're not all like wanting to take photos like me. Like, I have to make them do it or just randomly take horribly awful photos of them. And then they get like, why would you do that? And I'm like, because I was tired of scrapbooking the dogs. I mean, which, to be honest, I'm not, because my dogs are super cute and I love them. The little guy, he's been kind of moody lately. But he's also having to wear a diaper because he is 2008. So Gizzy is like really old. Gizzy's gonna be 13 or 14 this year. And yeah, so dog years, right? So he's seriously old and he's entitled to be crabby. That's what I say. One moment. Sorry, my son just came in. He made himself some lunch and asked if I wanted some. And I said, yeah, I'll have a little bit of macaroni. It's really hot though, because like it's steamy. So I had to pause it because we've always, he is my best friend. And I know I say that time and time again, but when he was littler, even maybe at this age, M&Ms were like his go-to, okay? You could make that kid do anything for a pack of M&Ms. And I'd always be in the car, I would reach behind me and say, give me some. And he'd put one in my hand. And I'd always be like, that's not enough. So then I'd get like 2. And the most I'd ever get at a time is 3, because it really cracked him up, and he had to do it every single time. So that's just what he said. He said, I was like, don't put, he said, do you want some? And I said, yeah. And he goes, how much? And I was like, just a little bit. And he was like 3 shells, like M&Ms. It's weird how he remembers that stuff. But yeah, we used to play those type of games all the time. He would just laugh. Oh, he thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Yeah, that was great. Also heard a song the other day that reminded me of his childhood, which this may be awful, but do you guys know Billy Squire? And he sings the song Stroke. My kid, sitting in his car seat, I like that song, I had to stop listening to it because we would listen to it for 30 to 45 minutes at a time. Every time we were in the car, no matter where we went, he'd be like, stroke, honey, stroke. I'd have to play it. He like wore the CD out. And so I was just like, oh, I hate this song now. But it came on the radio the other day and I was like, oh, stroke. Yeah, it was more funny to hear to hear him, the way he said it was funny. You know, because it's just a little kid. All right, so we're just going to sprinkle some stars around here. This one says, life is one great adventure with you. Excuse me, I hiccuped. With you. Here comes trouble with an arrow pointing down. My hero, life is rough, so you gotta be tough. And now we're just gonna put some stars on there. I'm just going to sprinkle them around the page. And I am using the liquid glue. Pop this guy right here. And then I have these little bitty round ones, which we're going to use kind of like little enamel dots. Just around where I put the stars. Make sure I have enough before I mean, I have a whole sheet full of them, and you guys know I accidentally bought the 2 of each sheet. Not really sure how that happened. Probably 2 warehouse sales, if you want to know how that happened. All right. Let's see what else we can get on here. I feel like Here Comes Trouble is going to be my title. I know it's small, but I don't really have another place to put a title, you guys. So that's my basis on not having a bigger title on this layout. Yeah, not really feeling like using any of those this time. I do like this that says boys are the best. Okay. I don't care who makes them. I am always putting liquid glue or some sort of adhesive on chipboard. All right. Maybe we can just go ahead and use up these 3 last gems. I'll put a red one there. Put a dark blue one there. And we'll put some liquid glue and we'll pop this one right here. All right. So please give me a thumbs up if you liked the layout. Any feedback on the class, I would love to hear. You guys, what you guys think, what you guys want to see, and start thinking about next series. Like, what are we gonna do in the next class? Like, I have so much fun scrapping with you guys. We should do some sort of live together scrapping. All right. So, I'm still amazed at that. Yeah. Oh, snips and snails and puppy dog tails. That's what little boys are made of. All right. I don't want to add anything else to this. So, yeah. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another layout. Bye.